Hey, it's Marty from martyandgan.com, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you a Leadcart tutorial but focused on the product pages and explaining how all the elements work and how you should be using them to build your online cart. So if that's something that you're interested in, stay tuned. Now, before we get started with this Leadcart tutorial, I'm going to be giving away access to my VIP bonus area, which covers so much training all about keyword researching, drop shipping, how to set up a done-for-you business, as well as how you can build WordPress websites really easily, and my latest course, which is how you can earn from microtransactions on autopilot. The first 100 people that use my link to purchase Leadcart, which you can find the buy now links here, which will get you the lifetime deal for $59, and you can also find it here. You will be getting all of this as well as all of these bonus content as well. Okay, so it really is a mega giveaway, and you will get access to this. Basically, on purchase, what should happen is you will receive an email to create your personal account, and then you'll be able to download all of this stuff. If for whatever reason you don't get a download link, just go ahead, leave a comment in the description below, and I will manually process everything for you. Let's go ahead and jump into the software. Alright, so this is Leadcart, and for those of you who are not 100% sure what Leadcart is, it's basically an online cart solution just to make your life easier when it comes to charging people and getting them to check out online. It's a fantastic way of automating digital products, or if you've got a physical product, you can also do it. It allows you to have bump offers and upsells and all sorts of things. Super simple to use and very, very competitive for what you're getting. So let's go ahead. So this is my dummy account. I do use this for my own business, but for obvious privacy reasons, I'm not going to show you my second account, which is here. You can see right there. Okay, let's head over to product pages and then go to new product. Now, what we've got here, we have 4 different types of product pages that we can have. We can have the checkout page, which is ultimately where people, you send them and they enter their information to buy the product. We've then got the upsell or downsell. So within the system, we can say if someone buys product X, then send them to upsell page, which is also going to offer them something else. And on that upsell page, you can then say, well, if they purchase that, send them to the thank you page, which is here, or if they don't want to buy that, send them to, again, the thank you page, or another kind of downsell page, which will have a lower discount for the original offer that you were doing on the upsell page. So plenty jam-packed features there. Then you've got the opt-in page. So if before you want to check get them to purchase something or anything, if you want to capture an email address or name or whatever information, you can do that on the opt-in page. But just for this Leadcart tutorial, I'm just going to focus on the checkout. Okay, so let's go ahead and click checkout. So on this page here, you can see it's automatically populated with the form, which you can only customize a little bit. I do believe that they are going to be bringing out a whole bunch of features around this, but right now you can turn it into a 2-step form like so, or a 1-step form. Okay, so we've got our form there, we've got our payment methods, and of course the complete order with the order summary, which will change automatically if they add anything else on this page, but we're going to get to that. On the top right, we have the you can change the size, so what it looks like on mobile, what it looks like on a tablet and a desktop. At the top here, you can change the product name, so I'm just going to call this one test. Okay, so, and then you can also integrate your Facebook Pixel ID and your Google Tag Manager if you want to track conversions and really narrow down on your targeting. And then here you can also save this checkout page so you don't lose any of the progress. On the left, this is what we call elements, which is basically little boxes of done for you things that you can drag into your page. So for example, instead of needing to know custom code, if you wanted to add in the heading text, well, you just drag it in like so. And just to give you an example of why this is so convenient, this is what we call a heading. So let's just quickly drag over the embed code. Now this is what, so behind the scenes of this done for you element, this is what it actually looks like. So if we just change this to heading content and then go to preview, you'll actually see that these are basically the exact same thing. This one's a little bigger, but you'll have to put in some custom code. So an example of this is if I add a style tag, and I'm just going to change this to font family Helvetica. Okay, and then I'm not 100% sure of all the sizings, but if I just also change the size to, let's say, 20 pixels and just go back here, you can see that it's now starting to look a little bit more like it. And then if I also changed the font weight to, let's say, 200, and just like that, now you can say it's almost a replica of it. So in order to achieve that, you would have to input all of this first, okay? And then, you know, you'll also have to likely put in some padding as well. So let's just do padding and then do 20 pixels. So preview, and now you can see it's almost identical. So that is basically what I mean when it's a done for you template, because behind this there's all this code, okay? And we don't really think about what we actually need to know. Now this is called HTML, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It's the foundation of the internet. And this bit is called CSS, which is basically the paint for a house. It's decorating all the elements for us. Okay, so it's great that we don't need to know all of that code and still accomplish these results. Okay, so that's the heading tag, and if you double click on it, you can see you can change it to H1, H2. If you want some SEO reasons for your checkout page, you can change the size of it just like so, make it bold, italic, underline, strike through, change the text, and also change the background, and then you can also change the font, okay? And then we can align it in the center just like that, okay? So there you have it. You can drag that heading text. Next, you've just got normal text, and again, it's done for you. So as you can see, you can enter whatever text you want in there. I'm just going to paste this in like so. Okay, so whatever you want, you can basically do, and it's just dragging it in. Okay, so that's what you use the text for. Then we've got the button, and it's always nice to have a button with lots of options. And if you click on the gear icon, which by the way you can do with all of the elements, you will see we have the sidebar pop up, and we have 4 different sorts of options, or 4 tabs. We've got the layouts, which dictates, you know, the layout of it, as you can see, if you want it side by side, if you want an image there, just like that. Okay, I'm just going to keep it like that for now. Then you've got the buttons, which is what sort of button do you actually want. So you've got these predefined designs for you, and again, it's all done for you because we don't need to use the code for this. Okay, and then we've got styles, so you can decide, do you want it left, do you want it center, right, or justified. Now justified makes it full width like that, and I quite like it like that, so I'm going to leave it. And then you can also change the background color to whatever you want, just like so. Okay, next you've got the borders. So the border, let me just zoom in a little bit. There we go. So the borders is this section here, and I'm sure you already knew that, but this is a Leadcart tutorial explaining every element of the elements. Okay, so now you can change if you want to make the button really funky, like top right, as you can see, like that, and you just slide it just like so. Okay, then you've also got the border style, which is solid, and you can change the color, so you can change it to that. Okay, and I'm just going to zoom back out. So you can change the border style to dash dotted. Okay, and again, this is fairly similar to most things that we would use. Okay, so if you scroll down, you can also add a shadow. So let's add a shadow, which is kind of like a little thing at the back. So as you can see, there's stuff happening just behind it. Okay, and let's just make it a little bit darker. Okay, there you go. So that is ultimately how the shadow looks. Okay, and you can change it to vertical or horizontal, make it a little bit more blurry. Okay, so however you want to make the shadow, of course, you know, it's not going to look perfect unless you actually customize it, but that's the same with most designs. Okay, then you've also got the icon. Do you want to include an icon in it? So you can, let's just click the add, and you will need to add your own custom icons there. I've currently not got any to hand, but you'll just add it in, and then you would change it and change the color if you wanted to. It's completely up to you. Okay, or you just want none. Okay, next we've got actions. So you can decide, hey, where do you want to send this person? Do you want to send them to a payment form? Well, no, we don't, because this is actually already a payment form. Or do you want to send them to an external link, perhaps more information about one of your upsell offers, or okay? So that's completely up to you, and then you'll just enter the on-click open, web page X. So that's the button explained. Let's move on to the image. Now with image, let's just drag that in, and can you see how easy it is just to drag in an image? Okay, so with the image tab, I'm just going to double click on it, and I'm going to go into one of my courses, and I'm just going, okay, so this is one of my courses, which again you would get when you use my link to purchase this Leadcart. But what you can see is if you hover over it, you've got this little bar here, and if you drag it down, it makes the image bigger, and if you drag it up, it makes it smaller. Okay, and there's not that many customization options you can do with the image, but that's basically how the image element works. Let's move on to video. Now with video, all you need to do is grab a URL and it will embed. You can do it from most big video platforms. So I'm just going to head over to YouTube really quickly. I'm just going to type in Marty Englander. Go to, okay, and I'm going to take this other Leadcart video, which is like a full-blown review of it. I'm going to copy the link address, go back to Leadcart, and here I'm just going to paste that in. Okay, and there you go. We now have that video in there. And again, there's not much you can do to customize the video section, but again, sometimes it's nice to not be bombarded with loads of different things. Okay, so next let's move on to spacer, and an example of the spacer, I mean, it's pretty obvious what it does, but here you can see that it's just blank, and if you click the gear icon, you won't have much options. Okay, that's because you don't actually need to do anything else apart from the similar sort of style as you'll have with the image, which is just hover over it and drag that element. Okay, just like that, and that will create an empty gap for you that will allow you just to add some more spacing if you wanted to. Next, let's move on to guarantee. And this is a nice little touch. So as you can see, it's got two sections here. You have a satisfaction badge, which if you click on the gear icon, you can change the theme of it instantly, just like so. And you can also, in the second tab, change the badge style. So it comes with done for you badges. Okay, so that's a nice little add-on that you can play around with. Next, if you hover to the left and select this, 100% refund promise, just like that. Okay, now I think so 100% refund promise, and then you can edit all your text here if you wanted to. And again, that's really it. That's as complex as this element goes. So it's basically a quick way of getting a satisfaction guarantee template in your checkout. Next, we're going to go to countdown. Now, countdowns are great for offers or, basically scaring people into making a buy now decision. Okay, and this comes with a few options. So again, click the gear icon. You can change all the themes just like so. You can go to colors and change the color of the actual text. So let's just make that orange, just like so, and let's make the background color black. Okay, so you can change the colors. Then if we go to settings, you can see that you can actually redirect people when this clock reaches its whatever date and time that you put in there, or you can make it evergreen. So basically if you change it to time for each session, and you just put in, let's say 22 days, well actually let's make it 0 days, and we'll make it 0 hours, and we'll make it 59 minutes. Now you can see that it's changed just like that, and what will happen is that once it reaches 0, it will just restart again, and that way you can just keep that effect going forever. Seconds, minutes, and hours. Okay, so yeah, that's basically the countdown option. Okay, so it's nice and simple, nothing complex about it. Next, we're going to go with the progress bar. I don't know why I've said this in my last videos, but I actually love the progress bar. I don't know why, I just think it's a really nice touch to have on a checkout page. And again, click the gear icon and you would select the different styles you can have. I like this one, and then you can click the second tab and you can change the progress value, and it's basically, you know, helping your potential customers know whereabouts they are on the checkout page. So you can actually change this to 77%, or you can change it to 99%, or you can even change it to 100%. Okay. Also, what's nice is that if you double click on the bar, you can actually change the text. So you're almost finished. Okay, just like that. And then you can also change the bar color if you wanted to. You can change the text color again if you wanted to, so I'm just going to change that to black. Okay, and again you can change the border color just like that. Okay, or if you don't want a border, just make it the same color as the background, just like just make it the same color as the background, and there you go. Okay, so that's a really nice little add-on that you can have. Let's move on to figure. So again, with the figure is basically, so you would add an image just like so. Again, let's add in my picture of the course. You'll throw it in just like so. And then here you would talk a little bit about this course. So, you know, at today, okay, and then you'll just put in your little text. And just like that, that's as complex as this bit gets. And if you click on the gear icon, you can see you can switch sides just like that. So no hassle. Okay, and that is what you can do with the figure element. Let's move on to testimonials. So testimonials are always important, and they've actually spent some more time adding more templates, because this is a really crucial bit. People want to know what others think of the product. So you can literally just click on the gear icon and you can see there's loads of different themes. So let's just click on this one, and then this one, and then this one. Okay, and we're just going to quickly go through them just so you can see. Okay, personally I like this one, it blends in a little bit nicer. Okay, actually I like this one, we'll go with that one. Okay, now you can double click on the title, so let's just change that Marty. Okay, and you can text all of this, and if you can select these stars and you can change what review you want to put. So not everyone likes seeing complete 5 stars because sometimes it looks fake, so you can go with 4. Okay, next you can also change the image if you want to. I'm just going to leave it as is, but you can do. Okay, so again, that's a nice little touch as well. Let's move on to features. So, you know, you want to talk about either what they're getting. This can be used in many ways, like what they're getting with this purchase, or, you know, the benefits of this purchase, etc. But you can double click on it, okay, and change it to whatever. So automated profits, for example, and stuff like that. And if you click on the gear icon, you can do several things, but first you've got all these different templates. So again, you can just click on the button and change it however whatever style you like. You can do it just like so. You can add more points just like so, or if you hover over them, you can see the little trash icon and you can delete them. You can do custom bullets if you want, and then you just upload your custom bullets. Okay, I won't recommend pulling a picture the size that I just did, but you can see just like that, so it looks pretty cool. You want to optimize the pictures better, because obviously that's not very clear, but then again that image hasn't been, you know, made clear. But I'm just going to turn that off, and you can change the points colors to whatever color you want, just like that. Okay, and that's basically what you can do with the features element. Okay, next, now we're getting to the really unique section of everything, which is the bump offer. So I actually haven't found a system that makes bump offers so simple to use. It's one of the reasons I personally purchased Leadcart and I use it for my systems, because bump offers are a super powerful way of getting that extra bit of money out of your customers, and also presenting things in just a really nice way. So You can change, if you click on the gear icon just like so, you can see you've got 3 different themes. I would love to see more themes coming in, and I know that they're developing this lead cart every single day. So, you know, just expect tons more features coming in over the next year or so, over the next couple of weeks, months, however long. But if you select these templates, you can choose whatever sort of style you like. Then you can go into settings, and here, this is where we get a little bit more dynamic. So this is where it starts connecting with other stuff and what's not. So offer name. So, you know, what is it you want to do? Well, if I'm offering, you know, let's just say this as a course, then perhaps people are also want to know how to build a WordPress website course. Okay, which, by the way, if you use my link to purchase Leadcart, you will also be getting my WordPress website course. So yeah, then you've also got the offer price. So how much do you want to charge for this? Well, let's just, you know, say I want to charge $37, and you have the decision if you want to force people to uncheck it on checkout or keep it checked. I don't like forcing people. I want them to actually want the product, so I leave that ticked off, but you can see the tick changes there. Next, we're going to go into advanced, and this is where you can design everything. So toggle input theme, and if you want it more modern, it's just changed the checkbox just like so, classic and then modern. Okay, I'm going to leave it modern because I actually think it looks much nicer. Then you've got colors. If you want to change the background, you can do so like that. If you want to change the container text, if we want to make it white, for example, just like that. Header background, again, if you want to make it white, just like that. I'm going to actually make that black. Okay, and then if you want to change the header text, again, you can make that white. Okay, and if you want to change the content text, again, white like so. Okay, then you've also got the border color, which you can again change if you want to, or leave as is. You can change it to solid. You can make the border width thicker or no border width if you don't want it, and you can of course play with the border radius, which is making it curved or not, which is just like so. Okay, so all someone needs to do, they'll come to this checkout page. Oh, I like that little offer, only that amount of price. Okay, I'm going to toggle it, I want it on my order, and then over here this will automatically calculate the cost, and that's what they'll be paying. Okay, so really nice little option, and you can have multiple of these options just by hovering over it and duplicating it and customizing the settings in this, or you can just drag in another one. It's completely up to you. Okay, so that's the bump offer. Let's go to the embed code. Now, I briefly spoke about this before, but again, this is where you can add iframes or all different buttons, or, you know, the embed place is basically, you know, things where you can just put stuff in, you know, put code, put scripts in if you wanted to, you know, and it just allows you, if you do know basic HTML or CSS or anything really, it gives you that extra bit of flexibility. Of course, you don't need to use this, and I actually reckon most people won't unless they know how to use it, but that's what this box is for. Okay, just to give you extra flexibility, and it's a really nice touch. Okay, so let's move on to FAQs. So right here, and this is, I actually really like these designs, but here you can just click and most asked questions, for example. You can use this all sorts of ways. Okay, most asked questions, and if you select the button, you can see it opens, so it's a nice little touch. If we click the gear icon, you can see that it now has different, it's only got one tab, which is the settings tab, and you can add more just by clicking the plus icon or hover over it and delete it. It's completely up to you. Next, you've got the points color. So if we change that, boom, there we go. And if you want to change like the little icons, well, you can do so just like that. Okay, really cool. Boom, just like that. Okay, so if you want to change the header, you know, so how much is this, for example, you know, and then you'll just click the open, and then this is, I don't know, £27. Okay, and there you go. So that's the FAQ, simple, just like so. Okay, one last thing is, if you're not 100%, if you don't really like it in this sort of display, or you want to change the background, all you got to do is go over to this white space, the background here, hover over the gear icon, And here you can change the dimensions of this, so you can make it either what it is now or change it to wide, so it's full width of the page, or make it normal again. If you want to change the screen background color, again, you can do so just like so. And if you want to change the product background, which is this here, you can do so just like that. Okay, I'm just going to make it white again. Next, if you want to change the overall theme color, so this should, if you've not already custom add colors to the elements, you could change it, and there you go, complete order. Okay, so it just changes things for you. And again, if you want to change the border radius, you can do so just by clicking the pixels right here. Next, if we go into advanced, the product header is this bit here. Okay, so if you click hide, it just hides it. Okay, and if you should press show, it shows it. Now, in your branding settings within the back end of Leadcart, your actual logo will display here and your email will display here. Okay, so don't worry if it's showing the Leadcart, because ultimately when you get Leadcart, you will change all of the branding settings and all the information to display your company information or whatever company information you want to display. Next, once you save it, you will then go back out to products and it will display right here, and you can see the price of the product will display, and then you will just simply use this and connect it into your funnels. I hope you enjoyed that Leadcart tutorial of me explaining the product page's elements. Once again, if you've not yet purchased this and you're looking to purchase this, click the link in the description and you will be taken to my review page, which I've got other videos and other training on it, and you'll also be able to activate your $59 lifetime access instead of the monthly fees, which can be found right here. You will get access to the complete suite of Leadcart, so you won't need to pay these crazy monthly prices. Also, you're going to get access to all of my bonus content, and I'm only going to be giving this away to the first 100 people that purchase Leadcart through my links. So thank you so much for watching this. If you've got any questions about Leadcart, or you want me to create another sort of video about Leadcart, go ahead and leave a comment in the description below. I'll see you next time.